Alright, we've talked about Kevin a couple weeks ago on Books to Movies, and today we're going to talk about Carrie, all three of them, by Stephen King. Written in 1974, first made into a movie in 1976, made for a movie on TV in 2002, and made again as a movie for the iPhone generation in 2013. And Carrie is based on a couple of classmates of Stephen King's who were awkward, not very well received, not very well liked, outcasted. And their every effort to connect and build rapport with the in-crowd cookie-cutter bitches was rejected and met with an even heavier added layer of ridicule and cruelty. Now, the book reads like a combination police report, case study, and real-time narration. And the closest adaptation to come to it is 2002, because it includes that police detective interviewing the survivors of the prom tragedy. And there's also that little flashback scene to Carrie's childhood when she kind of subconsciously summoned a meteor shower just above her house. Unfortunately, though, the 2002 adaptation has probably the worst dialogue, including, nonsensical comebacks like "it's not even in the same area code as Over," and of course that scene with the villainous Chris Hargensen lying in bed with her loser boyfriend Billy Nolan. They're kind of hemming and hawing about the prank, saying, "No, it's a good idea, but it's a bad idea." It's just really not convincing and kind of a waste of movie time. Anyway, back to the book. The book protagonist, Carrie, is described as slightly overweight, very pimply all over, slouchy, frankly, just generally unattractive. Alright, and the actresses. 1976, Sissy Spacek. 2002, Angela Bettis. And 2013, Chloe Grace Moretz. All do a good enough job acting mousy, but they're all too cute to be described as frogs among swans. All three adaptations pretty well cover up the full-fledged gang-up in the locker room shower at the time of Carrie's very ill-timed menarche. Only the 2002 adaptation introduces the added layer of probably $200 worth of hygienics shoved in her locker. I wonder what that checkout lane looked like. The 2013 adaptation introduced an iPhone and a YouTube upload. All three adaptations have the same yet variated based on the actress and the, time of release, of the Bible-thumping paranoid mom. 1976, it's Piper Laurie, who is a raving loon who thinks that everyone's going to hell except her. 2002, we have Patricia Clarkson, who comes off as domineering and threatening. And in 2013, we have Julianne Moore playing this loose cannon self-abuser. She cuts herself, she slaps herself, because she can't deal. Alright, now, what kind of a villain would kill an animal, drain its blood, and dump it on someone? Stephen King villains represent the absolute worst of anything, whether he writes a otherworldly monster, a demon, or just a bad person. He jam-packs all of the worst traits applicable to that one individual and just packs them until they're bursting at the seams. That's what kind of person would kill an animal, drain its blood, and dump it on someone just because they can't accept the fact that their actions have consequences. There we go. Now, on to the climactic scene at the prom. In 1976, Carrie directs the carnage with her eyes. She looks at the doors and they slam shut. She looks at the fire extinguisher and it turns on, spraying everyone in sight. She looks around and things fly. In 2002, Carrie goes into this trance-like state. She's staring straight ahead, completely unfocused, as carnage erupts all around her. Everything from doors slamming to things falling to fence posts flying out of the ground. In 2013, she really whoops it up like Darth Maul, using hand gestures to make everything fly wherever she wants it to. She takes a burning crepe decoration and flings it at one of her tormentors, causing her to catch fire and burn to death. And then she stomps on the asphalt in the middle of the street and causes Chris and Billy to crash and suffer a very, very graphic and horrible car accident before blowing up that car with, just a thought. And at the very end of it all, after she has killed everyone in her wake and has finally been confronted by Sue, who's just trying to figure out what's going on, after the end of it all, at the very end, Sue, in 1976, Sue is having, PTSD type nightmares. In 2002, Sue is hiding the still alive Carrie before she can sneak her out of town. In 2013, we learn at the very last moment that Sue is pregnant. And that is all 3 Carries covered today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.